Talking to people who don't know how to admit their own mistakes is the most excruciating form of torture. I remember one time I went to some like event thingy. I don't remember what it was. I don't even remember what it was about. But it was some sort of like seminar slash TED Talk type of thing. And dude, I wasn't even supposed to be there. The only reason I was there was because my parents were there. I kind of just got dragged into this thing. So anyways, I'm just there, just bored as hell, just walking around trying to find something to do. And then somebody was like, "Yo, Vincent, can you do me a favor?" And I was like, "Sure, no problem." And I know this guy knows me. And I try to be nice, you know what I mean? Like I try to be helpful. So I was like, "Yo, what's up? What can I do for you?" And then he was like, "Yo, can you get something in my car? It's in the passenger seat, but don't worry, my car's unlocked." And I was like, "No problem, I got you." And like I said, I know this guy, I know what his car looks like, and also he told me exactly where he was parked. So I walk all the way to the parking lot, and I go to open the car door, right? And it doesn't open, so I'm like, oh, it's locked. So I come back to this guy, and I'm like, "Yo, your car's locked." And then he hit me with this, "No, it's not." So then I was like, "Well, the door won't open. I can't open the door." And then he hit me with this, "Well, try again." And then I was like, "Oh, okay. You're one of those people." So my dumbass walks all the way back to the parking lot. I try to open the door for a second time, and whoop-de-doo, it doesn't open because it's locked. So I come back to this guy again, and I tell him the exact same thing. I'm like, "Yo, your car's locked, the door won't open." And then he was like, "What are you talking about? You know what? Come with me." So we're walking over to this guy's car, and I'm like kind of getting excited. I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can't wait to make this guy look like an idiot." Anyways, we get to his car, he opens the door, and that thing just swings open. He was looking at me like I did something wrong. He was like, "See, I told you it wasn't locked." Anyways, he walks back to the venue, and I'm just sitting there flabbergasted. And dude, he must have pushed a button on the key fob or something. Because the way that I opened the door, right? The way that I grabbed the door, it was foolproof. He told me that his car was unlocked, right? So when I pulled on the door handle, I kind of took a step back in anticipation of the door swinging open. Because, you know, I don't want to hit myself in the face with a car door. So not only am I pulling on the door handle, I'm also leaning back with my body weight to open the door, right? And la-di-da, the door doesn't open because it's locked. So I'm telling you, this guy must have pushed a button on the key fob or something. Or maybe his car like automatically unlocks when it detects the key fob within a certain range. Because there are some cars that have that feature. But honestly, I really do think he just pushed a button on his car keys. Here's what I think actually happened, right? Like, I think this guy genuinely thought that he left his car unlocked. And then when I come back to tell him that his car's locked, not once, but twice, instead of saying something like, "Oh, my bad, I thought it was unlocked." Or instead of saying something like, "Oh, no problem, I'll do it, but thanks anyways." Nah, he didn't want to do that. That's too much work. Instead of admitting his own mistake, he was just like, actually, the car's not locked. You see, I don't believe it." Shut the fuck up. Anyways, it doesn't end there. I'd say 30 minutes later, maybe even less than 30 minutes later, I'm walking around the venue looking for my parents like a lost child at the supermarket, and then I see this guy, the same guy, and he's there surrounded by all his yes men, his little stupid friend group, his little fan club. And then he was like, "Hey guys, look, it's Vincent. It's the guy who doesn't know how to open car doors, man." And then all his yes men are just there like, "You're so funny. Let me gargle your balls." And he just kept going, man. He wouldn't stop. He was just like, "Oh man, Vincent doesn't know how to open a car door. Oh, what's wrong with this generation? They can't even open car doors with their little tiny twig arms." I was trying with every fiber in my body to control myself. So I just did that awkward smile, awkward laugh as I walk away. And dude, what kind of a fucking loser do you have to be to do this? Like, if this happened, if this whole situation happened without that little interaction with him and his fan club, I would be fine. I would still be annoyed, but I'd be fine. I wouldn't be as angry as I am now. But no, he had to bring in his little fan club. He had to bring in his little circle of yes men. And they were all there laughing at me like, "Oh, yeah, he can't open a door. He doesn't know how to open a door." What kind of a fucking idiot do you think I am? Actually, don't answer that question. What kind of a fucking idiot in 2026 doesn't know how to open a car door? Car doors are designed to be opened by anybody. Car doors have the most inclusive designs. What do you mean I don't know how to open a car door? And he was just there like, "Oh, this generation doesn't know how to get anything done. Oh, this generation with their little twig arms." Twig arms, yeah, right. Listen, I may be built like the Wolverine, not because I'm muscular, but because I'm short as hell. I may be a stick figure, but brother, if our laws and constitutions allowed it, I would swing my elbow like a baseball bat and bury it in your jaw. This guy and his little friend group, his little fan club, these are the types of people, right? These are the people who peaked in high school, because that's the only noteworthy thing they've ever done with their miserable lives. All they do is just sit in a circle and talk about their glory days and talk about how their generation is so much better than the other generations. Oh, this generation is so weak. Oh, this generation can't get anything done. At least we're not racist and sexist. Stupid fucks. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop recording. My blood pressure's getting too high.
Another point to you. A tangled mess of knots I confess, but the intent was there.